Applause, please.
Let our storms converge.
My turn! My turn!
Plenty of rage to go around!
Level up.
Buddy, what's up?
Hey!
You make me wanna puke.
Fuck! Fuck!
You got something to say?
Shit!
Alright guys, legitimately, the worst. There's a police chase outside. Can you hear that? Well, legitimately the worst thing that can happen if you get a vaccine is it kills you. There's no autism. There's no... There's nothing that you anti-vaxxers keep saying is going to happen. If this is true, just think about it for a second. How many known cases are there that you get some strange disease or condition from a vaccine? How many known cases? Is it just because literally everyone who has, or most of the people who have these conditions have also been vaccinated? And what the fuck is up with 5G? You guys realize that's just a radio wave, right? You're not getting coronavirus from your fucking car. Don't tell me you don't have a fucking car, because you fucking do. How else are you getting around these days? Or your TV, or your internet. Literally, you're on fucking Facebook, you don't have the coronavirus. Explain that shit. Literally the only difference between 5G and 4G is just that shit's stronger. Like, shit's made better, you know? Like, you want to explain to me what the fuck your dumbass is talking about? I genuinely don't understand. And normally I don't use hate speech, but your stupidity is actually spreading. Vaccines don't make you stupid. Stupid people make you stupid. That's just how that works. So, I'm gonna be honest. What the fuck is wrong with you? Speak with actual fucking logic, okay? You probably... Like, why are you so fucking stupid? Why are you so fucking stupid? The people who made 5G don't have the coronavirus. Well, I can't actually speak about that. But you insist that it's radiation. How come straight up no one has ever been irradiated by the 5G? The people who made it should be like hyper irradiated. Dude, like, what fucking scientific documents or research papers do you fucking have? How did you come to these conclusions? How did you test the irradiation? How did you prove autism in vaccines? How did, literally explain a single damn thing about what you're saying instead of just saying it. I will admit, I've gotten sick from vaccines, but it's like a mild fever, or you know, I start vomiting or something like that. That's it. Well, one time my arm went numb. But that's it. And that's expected. They tell you that. They tell you that will happen. If they don't, that's when you start asking, like if you look at, if you ask, like, hey, what are the side effects of this? And they tell you absolutely nothing, that's when they're being sus. Because, boy, they're lying. They're being straight sus right there. If they say there are no side effects to literally anything, there's a fucking side effect to fucking breathing. Did you know that? So, basically, if they tell you there's no side effects to this, they're fucking sus. Alright? That's when you avoid the vaccine. And then, if they still are like, there's seriously nothing in this, you ask them, like, hey, what the fuck's the deal? Alright? It's not complicated math. It's very simple science, actually. Look how a vaccine works. Look up how a vaccine works, my guy. Vaccine trials. Now those can get kind of messy, actually. But those are the trials, and you have to sign up for that anyways. It's not like someone forced to just fucking showed up at your place. And if vaccines are so bad, then how come the people getting them aren't dead or injured or, you know, right? You're fucking stupid. Basically, a vaccine will help your body recognize bacteria and keep it out. Jeez, my dogs are dumb. Let me look at what's going on. Alright, my dogs were right on the mark this time. I just didn't hear anyone there. So, basically, where was I? Vaccines work to help the body recognize certain bacteria as dangerous, and it helps to train them how to fight it. Unfortunately, or bacteria and viruses adapt to mess around with your body in different ways. It's like a serial killer just suddenly changing his MO. It just doesn't... It takes a minute for it to register, so you have to take another vaccine. And even if you get a vaccine, you might be unlucky enough for it to not do anything. I know I've had that happen to me a few times. But I didn't just develop autism from the vaccine. Although what kind of does hurt my case in that regard is I already have it, so, you know. But see, if an autistic can call you stupid, then you're fucking stupid, alright? I mean, I think a retard could go... I'm just gonna stop right there, I apologize. But I think most people with common sense would just slap you across the face with the smart stick, and then you'd be like, oh, I'm wrong, and then slap you across the face again with the dumb stick. It's the only logical thing to do. Oh, well, I guess the smart stick could give you autism, or make you stupid, or, you know, kill you, or cause an amputation, cause your limbs to explode. So maybe you don't want the smart stick either.
We've captured a command post. We've captured a command post.
denied. Yellow security clearance required. Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect. Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
I don't know where this is going to be in the video, so maybe you know this, maybe you don't. But I have been thinking about a lot of stupid shit people say, so I'm just going to put it in like a compilation, sort of. It's not really a compilation, but it's a bunch of different videos I was planning on making separately, that I'm just going to roll into one. Ugh, fuck, that was like the worst stomach pain ever, and it didn't even come with like a satisfying burp. So anyways, the coronavirus, is it real? Yes. Are you fucking stupid? Like, you think people are just getting this disease? And like, I mean, there are some people who've gotten it and are pretending that they didn't, and that's causing a real, you know, outbreak or a real problem containing this shit. Unfortunately, in America, we have freedom, and freedom allows you to be stupid as bricks. That's not a fuck. I'm stupid as bricks, apparently. But, you get the point. So basically, the virus is legit. Now, there was a part of this that baffled me. A singer or stand-up comedian, the story keeps getting changed, or maybe he's both. I can't remember his name. I would go look him up, but he's really irrelevant to the story. Unfortunately, he passed away from the virus. But they amputated both of his legs, or maybe just one of them. Again, I don't have the full details on the story. It's irrelevant. I'm just saying. They amputated as treatment to the virus. How the fuck does that work? I mean, clearly it didn't, but I'm really confused. That's the only part of this that is sketchy as hell. But you think people are getting this virus, or the people who are reporting getting this virus are just faking it? Because, like, how are you just gonna fucking be like, hey, I got a virus, hey, I'm dead, hey, I died of the coronavirus? How you can just call that lies? It's on his headstone, he said he was dying, he's dead. Like, explain that. Huh? The coronavirus is real. You're a dipshit if you think otherwise. Look at the death toll. What explains those high number of deaths? And why don't you explain one instance of a person who has faked their death due to it? In a legit way, anyways. Not just some YouTubers who are being like, we're dying! Oh, we got our fucking bone and joint doctor to fix it. What the fuck with those guys? Actually, I really want to look this up. And what was it? Chiropractor, that's what it was. But I can't remember who this guy was. YouTubers who faked dying, and we're like, oh, we're done with YouTube. The vertigo is too much. It's killing me. It's terminal. You know, and then they were like, oh, chiropractor fixed it. If this video gets to 1 million likes, you have to like the video, because fidget spinner, I fucked it up. Anyways. But, yeah, you get the point. Like, who the fuck? Honestly, doesn't acknowledge the virus. Like, where you're just like it's a hoax concocted by the government. Wouldn't the government? Now, this is what should really scare you. Wouldn't the government sooner just make a virus? Because mankind can do that. I mean, you can buy the human rhinovirus, otherwise known as the common cold, on the internet for like 16 bucks. I could just take that, experiment with it, make my own virus, release it at a Starbucks. Alright. I think my parents are back. They were in Houston for a while, causing me to be late for work, but whatever. Don't be fucking stupid, okay? It's not that hard to make a virus. So the government would at least make a virus. And then, so instead of the government being like, there was a virus, they'd be like, whoa, okay, look, there's a virus. We made it. Why would they lie about it? That makes no fucking sense. I don't think it makes sense. But there's legitimately no logic to that. They could just make a virus and then put it out. And then you could be like, oh, well, coronavirus was an inside job. Sure, but literally no one is saying that. Everyone's denying that there's a virus there, even though it makes no sense. I could go make a fucking virus if I wanted to. Of course, then I better have a vaccine plan if it goes wrong, but even still, I could just make one and throw it in. Like, I could just look up how to make a virus, honestly. And just mix a bunch of samples, do some genetic splicing, or whatever it takes, honestly. I could figure it out with a few simple Google searches and theoretical science, and just get the resources. And if I can't do it, I can get an R&D team to do it. But basically, either there's a virus or there isn't. I have just proven that there is in fact a virus. So now the debate is whether it's the government's fault. And I'm inclined to believe it's the Chinese government's fault, but I have no proof, so I keep it to myself until this very moment. It's not like I'm gathering proof, but I've seen some reports saying it's man-made, which, again, goes back to my other statement. But if it's man-made, then it at least exists. And you people practice social distancing for fucking once. I don't know why this is a debate. Why do we have so many fucking stupid people? So let's execute them. Say something stupid at your own risk.
This is Dr. Elena Richardson. Log entry 0. February 9th, 2163. The only thing they fear is him. We watched as the Horde overwhelmed the very best and most advanced machinery and weapons technology that we could muster against the opposition. It was useless. They moved too quickly. They cared not for themselves, only sought out the blood of humanity. They were willing to sacrifice their own to get to the heart of our world. We slaughtered thousands and millions more followed, but then he came. He cut through them like a sickle through a field. His fury surpassing their own. He is faster, more relentless. I believe him now to be more than just a man. He is Doom.
Personnel, the mortally challenged have entered the compound. Evacuation is advised.
Guys, I really should have known. Remember how excited I was when the Resident Evil Netflix show was like, it was rumored, but it hadn't been announced yet. And then one by one, by one, the pieces started going into place. This show's gonna fucking suck. That's all there is to it. It's too late. It's too late. It's gonna fucking suck. I'm sorry. There's so many emotions attached to this. I was super excited for... I'm not, like, the biggest longtime fan. I thought the series was alright. And then for some reason, when I played, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, certain things started resonating with me. And then when I played Resident Evil 2 on, like, the remake, I was just like, alright, this is fucking lit. And then when Resident Evil 3 came out, my appreciation was even further increased. So, you know, I'm not like the I'm not like the, you know, the longest time fan. But I still feel like I have enough knowledge of the series to know that this series is gonna suck on Netflix, and that I feel like I have enough fondness for Resident Evil to be disappointed by this series sucking. The only one I really like, the only Resident Evil movie I really like is the first one. After that, they're kind of garbage. And even that one was kind of garbage. So, I don't really know what else to say here. It just sucks. Everything sucks. It sucks. I suck. This thing sucks. It's garbage. Fortunately, the new Resident Evil reboot movies look like they have potential. I've seen some people being pissed off with the casting of Leon and Jill for very obvious reasons. I don't think people should say that there's no reason to complain about this, because oh boy, there's some fucking reason to complain about it, but I really don't think it matters that much. I think as long as the characters still act the same as they should, there's not going to be an issue. Like, I don't want to speak too much on the reason people are unhappy, but let's just say the Resident Evil movie pissed off a bunch of people, or the Resident Evil movies as it is, pissed off a bunch of people, and even then, the characters were still... The characters still looked like they did. I really don't want to say the R word here, but the characters still looked like they should. And the characters weren't that faithful. I think it ultimately doesn't matter as long as the characters still have characteristics that they possessed in the source material. The problem lies in the fact that when you change, I guess I have to say the R word, the race of these characters, oftentimes the personality goes with it. There is absolutely zero reason, for instance, that Makad Brooks, I think is how you say his name, great actor, there's no reason he should have been Jimmy Olsen on Supergirl. There's no fucking reason. He does not possess... Like, can you believe that? Think of Jimmy Olsen sort of as Spider-Man. He's not a hero or anything like that, and he's kind of, you know, cowardly. But he possesses some Spider-Man-esque traits in how, you know, he's kind of nerdy, kind of dorky, kind of... He's not really that menacing. But then, Jimmy Olsen in Supergirl is just... I mean, they call him James Olsen, which... There, right there, tells you the sentence wrong here. So, Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen in the comics and in Smallville is nothing like he is in Supergirl. That shouldn't be the way it is. The character should remain the same, despite him looking different. And yeah, because of race, maybe some differences are required. But the way I see it, white people, black people, Asian people are all the same. So, aside from, you know, certain struggles, I'll admit, but maybe if you want to push a message that way, you can change the character a little bit. But all I'm saying is you can have a black Jill Valentine. You can have an... I don't want to be offensive or anything, but I don't know the nationality of Leon. So, you know, you can have a... whatever that is, I think... I'm going to stop right there, because I really don't want to be offensive. But, you know, as long as you don't change the character fundamentally. Suddenly Leon's a coward, or Jill's like a stripper/rapper. Like, if you turn fucking Jill Valentine into Cardi B, then we have a fucking problem, okay? These characters should remain the same, despite looking a little different. It wouldn't be that hard. Jill Valentine in the Resident Evil movies is not Jill Valentine, although they look similar. So just because they look the same doesn't mean that they are the same. And vice versa. Or not vice versa, but rather, just because they look different... What the fuck? Alright, the lights are back. But just because they look the same, or just because they look different, doesn't mean that they are different, right? It can still be the same character. Jimmy Olsen and Supergirl, while entertaining, at the end, they straight up fucking turned him into Batman. And that doesn't make any sense at all. Imagine going from frickin' Spider-Man to Batman. It just doesn't make sense. Why? How did you do that? So, yeah. So, yeah, but the Resident Evil Netflix series, not to get off topic, looks to be trying to tie in to the
power has been restored. The second control terminal still requires activation to destroy the nest.
Looks to try to tie into
I'm unable to open
looks to be trying to tie into the old looks to be trying to tie into the old movies. So automatically it's destined for failure. But the films are going to be rebooted. I never... Alright, sorry if the acoustics changed in here, or changed in the video. I am now in my room because I was tired of the fucking washroom making its stupid fucking noises when I'm trying to fucking record a fucking Resident Evil video. Fuck! So... The, I'm currently editing up the video right now. So, yeah, I need to So anyways, okay, so, the, Resident Evil Netflix series is destined for failures. It's trying to tie into the old movies. And they fucking suck. Abandon them, turn them into a fucking bitch. But, the new films, and I've never used the word film before, is that they're trying to be a new thing, and hopefully they have nothing to do with the people who made the older movies. The cast can come back maybe, I guess, except for that one fucking guy from the first movie. I fucking hate that guy. He was like... I can't remember his name, but the guy was... When they're running away from Nemesis, one of these guys get bit, and he hides the zombie bite or whatever, and then the guy, he's just like, and to think I was hanging out with you guys, I can't believe this shit. Anytime he opened his fucking mouth, as much as me actually enjoying that movie, anytime he opened his fucking mouth, I wanted to just fucking throw shit at my TV. So, even the one I like is kind of a horrible movie. So, it should have nothing. That guy was Jar Jar Binks level fucking stupid, I'm gonna be honest with you. So, this new, the reboot and whatever should have nothing to do with the people behind the original. This is one series, I don't understand how it went so fucking far. I despise these movies. To a degree, I despise the one I even like. Makes me wonder why I even fucking like it. But, yeah. So... yeah, I guess I just wanted to rant. Because I'm just really disappointed in the way that things have gone in my life. There's no reason for this degree of suckage. No reason whatsoever. This degree of suckage was completely unjustified. And that's all. So I want to warn you, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I have a bit of a personal story. One that actually includes, you know, life and death. So I don't really know how I'm going to talk about that. But, or even if I should. So let me know down in the comments. But anyways, don't worry, no one close to me has been killed or anything. Now just wipe. Now we're in the main topic of the video. I just watched like a 20-minute video on why in Avengers Endgame or Infinity War and Endgame, Thanos is actually a herald of Galactus. And that doesn't even make sense though. Like, he doesn't have the power cosmic. Okay, so there were 3 theories. It was like 20 minutes on Screen Rant, and I'm just kind of tired of Screen Rant's BS. It doesn't make any sense. They just post these nonsensical theories. I mean, homie, they posted a video called like 10 characters. I think this was them. It might have been someone else. 10 characters that would, or 10 characters that are useless in Dragon Ball, but that would be crazy powerful in anything else. And my dude, they claimed that Krillin and Master Roshi could take on Superman. I'm sorry, you what? No chance. I'll be honest, they could probably take on Hyperion from Marvel. They could probably take on Batman for sure, because I mean,
It's a gift.
yeah, I'll admit, Batman gets his ass kicked by Krillin, okay? Just envision that. It's canon, I'm sorry.
Help you on your journey.
They have crazy powers that Batman just can't account for. Their powers are... It just doesn't work, okay guys? Gotta take my word for it. But Superman? Superman. I'm sorry, I was going to explain, but I shouldn't have to. And by the way, comic books are not rock, paper, scissors.
Seems to agree with you.
So,
I will unlock the remaining
or not rock, paper, scissors necessarily. Or, no, so they are rock, paper, scissors, but power scaling cannot be done in a manner that is literally just Batman beat Superman, Superman beat Krillin. That's not how that works.
According to the records, Dr. Hayden, the invasion originated in the Lazarus facility. It seems that a hell wave was activated, transforming
That's not how that works, guys.
Alright,
let's do a better example. Superman beat Goku. Batman beat Superman. Batman could probably hold his own against Krillin. You know, he's not touching Goku. There's no freaking way. Goku can move faster than the human eye can process. So right there, Batman's just, you know, if Goku wished it, dead from the start. He's got a Kamehameha, which can destroy planets, last time I checked. It's been a while since I've checked, admittedly. Can destroy planets. Yes, Superman could totally handle this guy.
There is an emergency in the foundry.
Because he's got skills and powers to match. What is Batman supposed to do to this guy? He's got no obvious weaknesses. You have to have combat skills and the ability to just brute force anything. So, Batman beats Superman. So yeah, it's rock, paper, scissors. Do you choose Batman, Superman, or Goku? It's a little triangle. Batman beats Superman, beats Goku, beats Batman. Just how that works. So anyways, moral of the story, somebody said Krillin can beat Superman. Yes, and that just ain't fact, y'all. Now, screaming, I know this one was screaming after I just got done watching the video, because, to be honest, as soon as I saw, you know, the video, I was intrigued. I was like, ooh, that could be really cool. And then about halfway through the video, I'm like, alright, I'm fixing to take a shit all over this. So, basically, they claim Thanos has, Thanos is there are two things. Thanos is scared of Galactus, so he lied about why he wanted to, destroy half of all life. But then, that opens it up to, why doesn't he just kill him with the Infinity Stones? And also, Thanos completely fucking dunked on Galactus in the comics. Sure, you can change that, and I hope they do, but you can't set a theory into... You cannot make a theory that entirely hinges on the creators diverting drastically from the source material. You cannot hinge a theory on that, because it's not... Then it is not a theory, it is fan fiction. And guess what? This theory is not going to be true anyways. So now it's definitely just fan fiction. I mean, if you make a fucking theory on the fact that the fact that Kevin Feige is going to make it to where Iron Man can't fly, that's not a fucking theory. You're just making freaking fan fiction over here. That doesn't work, guy. I mean, if you made a theory on Taika Waititi deciding, I think he was also a writer for that movie, Thor Ragnarok, that he was going to decide Thor would not get his powers from the hammer, he would instead get it from, you know, just himself, the power within. One, that contradicts what the MCU has already set up and what the MCU has already shown. But two, how would you have made that theory? I mean, you can't just make a theory and hope that the writers will fill in the holes later. So, yeah. That's not really how you do theories. Well, no, that's not even what I was doing. I was gonna say that's what I was doing, and maybe the way I was doing it was different. No, that's not what I was doing with the X-Men videos. Have those come out yet? Did I put those out yet? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that's not what was happening. So, let's see, next up. So Thanos was fearful of Galactus, so he wiped out half of all life. That one doesn't even make sense to me. I think they said it was like, so that way Galactus would have less food, you know, he doesn't actually eat planets. I sent a text message out to my friends about this. It was like 3 paragraphs, I think, so I'll probably put it in the description. You guys just have to remind me. If I don't put it in anyways, I mean, I guess I shouldn't remind the viewers to do shit for me. You know, but if I don't and you want to know what I was going on about, hit me up and I'll fix that. Sorry about that. So, then, the next theory was how another one on why he would have lied about, you know, everything, is that he was, partnering with Galactus, not as a herald, but to, to control the strongest militaries or whatever. And honestly, I was watching this one, and I don't know if I just zoned out or something, but it sounded like gibberish. Like, his mouth was moving, I heard words, but they didn't make any sense. It just felt like it was all over the place, which is admittedly what some of my videos are. But I heard words, I processed what all these words mean in the sequence that they were put in, and it did not make any sense. 1 minute it was Galactus wants to take control of all the militaries, and that's why Thanos is wiping out half the universe. And I'm like, that doesn't, those two things don't exactly what the fuck is the word? Correlate, there we go. So, I just don't know, you know. And then he was going on about, like, the power cosmic and how the Infinity Stones, like, wouldn't affect him. So, yeah, some of this didn't make any sense to me. I'm doing a bad job of explaining it. Go watch the video. I mean, I guess it's really bad, so if you want to waste your time. You know, some of these Screen Rant videos just aren't thought out that well. It's like Screen Rant is like some sort of machine that makes videos because it needs to exist. But the videos that College Humor made with like using a robot, those came out more coherently than this one. I'm really not trying to like throw jabs, but I guess I'm trying to throw jabs. And I'm not trying to hate on them, I'm seriously not. I guess I'm doing a horrible job of not hating on them. But I don't hate them, they make some good content every now and then, sometimes their theories make sense. But they just don't think them through all the way. I mean, they mentioned the power cosmic like 5 times. I mean, they mentioned how they give all of their, how Galactus gives all of the heralds that power. But if Thanos is a herald, why doesn't he have this power? And why have we not heard anything about Galactus prior? Like, I'm sorry. Gotta figure it out later. There's one theory on how maybe Thanos destroying the Infinity Stones awoken, or had awakened, awoken? Hold on. Yes, awoken is in fact a word. So, how, you know, destroying the stones might have awoken, as they said, the sleeping giants.
This air shaft will provide access.
Yeah, that one actually makes sense to me.
Control
You know, you could totally use that as like, well, all these years ago, that woke up Galactus, and now he'll be coming. I mean, it doesn't make sense why it took him. What was the timeline? Like 8 years, I think, is when Galactus will finally show up. Because it was like 4 or 5 years in between the beginning of Endgame and like the end of it. So, like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But I think Galactus will be coming in around like, no, it'd be more within, it'd be like 12 years, probably. So yeah. But yeah, so, and so why doesn't, again, I understand why my criticisms on the Screen Rant video being incoherent, maybe a little off, and I'm not trying to justify it. Okay, my videos are pretty shit sometimes, but pretty sure they have a script that they have looked over at least once. I'm just over here, like, off the cuff. That's sort of the point of these videos, is like the mindless rambling. But, you know, I'm trying to work on a script for something. I'm working on the Marvel vs. Capcom timeline, as I've hinted at before. So I just need to see if I can get footage from a bunch of other YouTubers that have access to these games. And then I need to, and then if they're like, oh yeah, sure, that'll be like $20, or, you know, yeah, sure, just, you know, I'll send you the file or something. I need to figure out how to implement it in there. So, you know, whatever. But basically, then, so this is off the cuff video, you know, but, Galactus, just, nothing in their video made sense. You've mentioned that he gives all of his heralds the power cosmic, but you neglected to say anything about that when it came to Thanos himself, or why doesn't he have that power? Why hasn't Thanos even hinted at a history of Galactus? The worst part of this is they mentioned that, oh, well, Thanos knows that the Avengers won't trade lives, so they wouldn't be cool with eliminating half of all life in the universe if it meant saving, you know, some of the life in the universe because of the whole Galactus is invading bullshit. It's like, why didn't he just fucking say Galactus is invading? I think they'd be more inclined to understand. At the very least, it would start yet another civil war, with Tony probably being like, well, fuck it. And Cap probably being like, we have to think this through. So, at best, this works out for Thanos. At worst, it doesn't. I don't really... like, what the fuck? At best, the outcome is drastically in Thanos' favor. At worst, the outcome's like the same. So I just don't understand this video, I guess. It's full of, like, it's a combination of, like, yeah, that's what happened in the movie, and then there's a little bit of, why am I watching this fanfiction? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, game theory and film theory and whatever can occasionally be a little out there. But I'm sorry, this Screen Rant, they always just go big and don't make any sense. Also, one thing that bothers me, you know, and he didn't do it in this video, but in every other video, the guy who's actually talking in the video mispronounces everything, and just, no one talks about it. I go into the fucking comments, and no one talks about it. And it's like, oh, it's fine, right? It's just, you know, you don't have to correct him on everything. You know, it's like, you know, in person, someone's like, care, let's say care, like that could be an accent when you're trying to say car. But I mean, this guy just says Saperman, Laurel, Oliver, Bari, any name that he can mispronounce, he will, and it pisses me off. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose. I don't know if someone's messing with him in the script, like someone else is writing the script and just fucking with him. But it is so annoying. They did an Arrow video and they were talking about the Black Canary, so, you know, Laurel, and I'm like, you never heard the name Laurel before? Like, did someone, or do you just not know what the source material of which you are reading? Because immediately, if the script says Laurel, and you're talking about Arrow, which at the beginning of the video was a show you claim to like, how have you not noticed this? Like, Superman's mother, Laurel? I don't even think she was Laurel, I think it was Laura Lorvan. Something like that. Laura Lorvan or something like that. But what are the words coming out of your mouth? What the fuck? There was something on my phone just now. Oh, I found it. It's just this, like, thread. Don't know why it was on my phone. It freaked me the hell out. So yeah, I'm kind of stupid. But, like, I'm sorry, I don't understand how you can be mispronouncing everything. Yeah, maybe I have no right to be pissed off about the last part, but man, I was like, you want me to watch this video, and I just fucking can't handle it. I mispronounce things all the time, right? But I at least try to say something right. I'm just, oh. So anyways, yeah, so somewhat possibly slanderous things aside, because it may not be that guy, I'm pretty sure it is. This video was all over the place, didn't make any sense with the comics, just came off as somewhat fanfiction-y, and the theory doesn't hold up if you think about it longer than 16 seconds. Which amazes me, because the video was 16 minutes. You want to explain that to me, real quick?
Please?
Let our storms converge.
My turn! My turn!
Hey, Ice Cream! Oh, I enjoyed that a bit too much.
You guys must be.
Plenty of rage to go around!